Zambia, Mali, Comoros, Sudan, Benin Republic, Tanzania, Botswana, and Mozambique. These are the teams that actually was qualifying for the next year's AFCON. And we'll be having some good visitors. There's no Cape Verde, but we have Equatorial Guinea. Zimbabwe is coming back, so it's going to be quite very, very interesting AFCON. We just hope that it's going to live up to expectation. But on a sad note, is that we used to have we have 11 teams from WAFU that qualified last year. Unfortunately, it's now down to 6. So 5 crashed out. I just hope that we also get things right in WAFU, so that they can imagine COSAFA is now the one dominating this tournament. COSAFA and where the CAF president comes from, to tell you that they are doing something right too. We need to actually also get our hands together. That's actually what the Muslim say. So now it's now to the head-to-head. So head-to-head is between me and Dagbada now. So let's start our head-to-head, Dagbada. Before we actually let's start our head-to-head. So yes, I'm good. This is Group A. I want to start from Group A. Yes, Dagbada. This group. Do you remember who you picked?
I think I said Gambia and Tunisia.
So I went for Gambia and Tunisia too. So both of
us,
I went for Gambia and Tunisia too. So both of us actually got that one wrong. So Group B, who do you go for?
Morocco and Gabon.
Gabon, yes. I also went for Morocco and Gabon. We are going to where you don't worry. Sorry, just Group C. You went for which team did you go for in Group C?
Egypt and Cape Verde.
Yes,
I believe Egypt and Cape Verde.
Yeah, it was Egypt and Cape Verde that she was go for. I also went for Egypt and Cape Verde too. Unfortunately, Cape Verde disappointed us and we didn't qualify. What about Group D?
Nigeria and Benin.
Benin Republic. So there's nothing to actually separate us now, but let's move on to Group E. Group E, you picked what?
I know I said Algeria, but I'm not sure if it was Togo or Equatorial Guinea I mentioned in this group.
No. You went for Equatorial Guinea. Exactly. So maybe based on the way they performed already in the last AFCON, I went for Equatorial Guinea. But this group, this is where you
I said Ghana and Angola.
Yeah, you said Ghana and Angola to qualify. And I also went to you. I also picked Ghana and Angola to qualify from this group. But unfortunately, our brothers did not actually did not disappoint us.
Our Ghana Bladers were last.
We're last in the group. Extremely very disappointing. Which team did you go for here? You went for Ivory Coast.
Zambia and Ivory Coast.
Yes, you went for Ivory Coast. Yes. But this place, you got it wrong, and I got this place right.
I said Guinea. I said Guinea and Congo.
Yeah, Guinea and Congo. You said Guinea and their Congo. I picked Tanzania. I think I also too in the comment section too. Pick Tanzania to actually qualify. But you know what happened here is that I picked Tanzania and Guinea. So indirectly too, it's the same thing.
Let me tell you why Mr. Dido went for Tanzania. It's all those backside. Because of backside.
Yes, backside. That is actually where he went for Tanzania.
He went for Tanzania because of backside.
Not because of backside, because of the league. I follow their league very well, and I can see that they are really improving. And they are praising that woman. See, every day they praise that woman. That they praise, they praise her for supporting their football. So that's why I went for it. Yeah.
What do you go for here? I know you actually. What did you go
Mali,
for here?
Definitely.
Yeah, you went for Mali.
Guinea-Bissau.
You went for Guinea-Bissau because that I picked Mozambique here. I picked Mozambique there. What about this place? You went for Cameroon and you.
Cameroon and Kenya. I think Kenya.
Namibia.
Was it Zimbabwe or Kenya?
No, you went
for Namibia. Okay.
I went for Namibia. So I also went for Namibia. Then I didn't know that Zimbabwe will come out good. I don't know that they will be able to organize themselves, get a foreign coach. They did that. They were able to actually qualify for this AFCON. I didn't expect that one. That's going to actually do that. But what about this part? I think this one we cancel out each other because we predicted that it's going to be Uganda and South Africa, me and you, and also was so indirectly too. It's like a draw, And okay, I want to ask that whether we predict nearly all of these teams, correct? Do you think that African football is this predictable like that? Do you think so? Despite that, we can see some shocking results, but still, these big boys still, they came out on top. Most of them.
It's still a bit predictable, honestly. It's still a bit predictable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's still a bit predictable because we know who is who. We know what is what. So that's it.
That is it. Despite the shocking win from Rwanda, they still didn't qualify for the AFCON. So I just think that one thing or the other, it's just go up to this level. So let me just ask you this question. I'm going to just try and backtrack slightly. Looking at this group clearly here, Gambia, they have been investing in their football. They have Yakuba Mente, the guy from Brighton. They have these guys, young guys, scattered everywhere abroad. But a small Comoros, the husband of Ghana, they're the one that actually came and triumphed in this group. What's your take about that? On that, despite that, Comoros don't have home stadium.
Yeah, Comoros is just an island, small country, like an island,
Yes.
And I will tell you one thing now. I seen them qualified. I wasn't surprised, though. I would have gone for Tunisia and Gambia, but I would also given Comoros a edge that maybe they'll just miss out narrowly because what they've been doing in African football for now. Look at their performance at the World Cup qualifiers. They've been consistent. Comoros have been they've been consistent. They were saying that if you put your house in order, you always achieve it. So kudos to them. And even Gambia too. We cannot rule them out. They also before if they didn't part with their coach, I'm sure they would have qualified and to have been a very difficult group like that of Guinea, that of Guinea, Tanzania, and co. So good job for Comoros.
I agree with you. Morocco won all the 6 games. They scored 26 goals and they conceded only 2. That's like the best in Africa.
It's been like, honestly, what Morocco did is this is time for us to gel, to understand each other better. They are just preparing. They want to win it. It's so obvious. They are preparing. They use this qualification as period of preparations before they even start the main preparation. And that's planning. That's why planning. They could have just sat back and said, oh, we'll not play qualifiers, already qualified. But they want their team to gel. They want to embed so that because when the competition comes, there's no time for you to really work on the team. But now, if they have like a certain level of understanding of each other, it will go a long way for them.
I agree with you. Very good from Morocco. Let me just take comments quickly from Adidas that is not actually here. It will be difficult to overtake 2 Egyptian teams. That's talking about Enyimba. He's now here with us. Greetings to you, Evan Denny. Crypto Blockchain said that France 4 Nigeria 0 tomorrow. We hope that it will not happen. Manolo Etuk, he said that my club don't cuckoo relegate to NN. I'm sorry about that. Sorry,
that's not Sporting Lagos.
And so I said that maybe the Sporting Lagos. I said that how is insurance last on the table after just 1 season of Shuaibu not available to them? So John Johnson said Wafu A should match with Wafu B. No, because of we have 2 strong teams in those regions. It's going very hard for us to actually match. Color Bright said that CAF is really trying. I agree with Color Bright. So who's the new manager? We'll go get into that later. And Salam said that Appassionato Capotituti of Nigeria football. He's talking about idol tunes. He's trying to actually want it. So you have to have a nickname. So I can be calling you maybe Ateta of I don't know, because I know that that's your manager's name. Monso at Gunwa, that's Mo said that bad boys mean like, no, you can't say bad boys mean like. Why is it bad boys mean like? Because I meant Equatorial Guinea. Odubayo Omobolagi said that we need to ask what the mindset of the NFF is about the Super Eagles. Do we just want to be competing or we want to be the best? Nigeria should be less out of the top 20 in the world. I agree with you. So
don't be surprised if we bring a French manager as a Super Eagles coach, bilateral relationship.
Yes, so my man I'm watching you. That's my brother from South Africa. I'm watching you from a bar, the genius of African football. Thank you. Say good deeds from South Africa. Don't worry, we're gonna see next year. So that's my guys regular contributor. So Comoros is at the top of their World Cup group. So if I'm not mistaken, yes, the top of the World Cup group. So Taiwo Kwani said that honestly, Super Eagles needs an experienced and tactical coach that will take the right invitation and selection, or else disaster is looming. I agree with you. Surah, Rafiat, I hear you. So I just think that we need to actually get our ass together. Thank you guys for the comments, guys. Keep those comments coming. So let me just move on so that we can just dive in straight away. So this group B, let me just tell you more about Botswana's story. Botswana have the youngest FA president in Africa. When they beat Cape Verde, their manager left. They went to go and get a manager from like Galaxy, is it TX Galaxy team in Botswana, their best team there. They got the manager there. The manager got the results to make them qualify for this AFCON. That is Botswana there. And this team does not just come ordinary. Botswana won the 200 meters at the Olympic Games. Guys, did you forget, guys? So, when you invest in football, when you invest in sports, it yields results. The guy that won the 200 meters, he started from secondary school.
Secondary school, yes.
So it's not by mistake for them to actually build him to that level. And Botswana too, they have qualified for the women's AFCON, qualified for the men's AFCON. To tell you they are doing something right in Botswana. So, and I just wish them the very best of luck. But Dabada, let me just move on to you. Joe, okay, I think he actually he left. But let me just ask Anderson. Your beloved Cape Verde will not be your beloved Cape Verde will not be going to this next year's AFCON. What was your take on that? How disappointed are you?
Thank you so much for that question. So I feel sorry for my friends, because my friends are Cape Verdeans, like OJB and the whole level. They are the Cape Verdeans. I'm not a Cape Verdean, I'm a Nigerian. So I think it shows that look at what Mauritania did at last AFCON. See, all these small countries in Africa, I think they are competing very well. They are competing very well. I went to check the last qualifiers for Botswana. Botswana didn't do bad, but they were just unlucky to qualify. But it shows that when you keep perseverance goes a long way. When you keep working hard, you're going to get it right. Now look at the point between Botswana and Mauritania. I think Cape Verde, they lost most of their players. That didn't qualify. But against Botswana, and most of their players they play in the league. That's why I say, see, if your league is well organized, it won't be hard for you to get the best leg to represent your country.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And the coach their coach is from their league, and he knows. I'm sure the guy who's not Botswana will go and pick all the players from his own club.
Yeah,
that just it. So good job for Botswana.
And let me just call you attention to this thing. After the first two games of the qualifiers, Botswana did not have any points. Can you see? Egypt 6 points, Cape Verde 3 points, Mauritania 3 points. That's why I tell you that it's not over. Qualify is a marathon.
Yes.
Don't write anybody off. Zimbabwe in our qualifier group now that is last. Don't write them off. So you need a German or a Dutch coach. Super Eagles last, to be honest. Yeah. Otherwise, we defend your shame with the past history, and you used to beat South Africa 4-0. Those
Yes, so.
stories wake up Nigeria. Yeah, we used to beat South Africa 4-0, but now it's now we are not. It's not that again. No. So let me just move on to group E and F. Group E there's a unique team here. the Equatorial Guinea. So Equatorial Guinea will be participating in this next year's AFCON again. So what do you think Morocco should be expecting from Equatorial Guinea? Should that man lead their contingent to Morocco?
If he tries that in Morocco, I think they will castrate him because Morocco is an Islamic country where they don't allow such a thing. I think good job for them. They were there last AFCON in our group. They played very well. We had suspended captain Emilio Usue, who won the High Golden Boot. They did very well last AFCON. I think it shows that these guys are not relenting. They are still working. I was surprised to see Togo missed out, even though they are also trying to do well now. And like we said at the beginning, I think football is leaving our region, West Africa.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, thank you. So, and also, I want to talk about this thing, but I want to also talk about Ghana. For me, I like Ghana. And forget about this banter, this Jollof Derby. I like Ghana. I like to listen to Ghana news. I just think that there's a lot of similarity between Ghana and Nigeria. I like Ghana so much. I like Africa in general. I like Africa. Africa is my when I see that black skin, I enjoy Africa. But let me just talk about Ghana. When you say example of a failure, Ghana is it. Just going down. The last time Ghana won an AFCON game was in 2019. AFCON game. Ghana, that when we see Ghana, we run away. Before in the 80s to 90s. Yes, we run away. Especially 91, 92, that time. 89, 90. Yeah. So I don't know what happened to them, but I just think that they just been mismanaged. The league is not good again. I think the current president, Koto Kreku, is not doing well currently in Ghana. I think that Ghana also need to invest in infrastructure. So no matter how you want to blame those players, I can tell you that the state of the Ghana pitch is horrible. It's horrible. They need to actually invest in infrastructure. And for me, I think that coaching too was lacking. I just think that there's a lot of things that is actually missing in Ghana. Ghana doesn't produce like I longer now. They only produce midfielders and defenders. So there's no flair. They call them the Brazilians of Africa before. There's nothing like that any longer. So I think that it's a big shame for Ghana. For me, I'm really sad for Ghana, but congrats to Sudan and congrats to Kosi Apia, the former coach of Ghana, to qualify in Sudan for this tournament. So Zambia, Ivory Coast, I don't think we should just talk about that word, it's normal. But one highlight of this thing I want to talk about basically was Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe just came back from a FIFA ban. And now, Zimbabwe, they are now in the AFCON. What a comeback story. So I just want to ask you this question. Do you think Zimbabwe is actually back to recording again in African football?
I can say that, because like Zimbabwe, like Kenya, they were both banned by FIFA, and they don't allow that to overwhelm them. So I think Zimbabwe did a very good job, when they got a very good foreign coach, and the coach has also been combing the whole world to see people of Zimbabwean descent, And remember, they used to have that in Bruce Grobella, former Liverpool coach, stuff like that. I think that's why, I'll just let me quickly chip in this. That's why Morocco is able to win all the matches, because after the World Cup, they didn't do it at the AFCON. They were like, no, this is a shame on us. They went, they changed most of their teams. They went to get most of their foreign-born players. They are not in their team. Look at the results. Look at the results. When you talk about Ghana, if you don't be careful, what just happened to Ghana is looming. He's doing waiting for us. He's waiting for us. So I think Zimbabwe, they did very well, and I appreciate them. I appreciate them.
Yes. So thank you for that. So let me just look at this group K: South Africa, Uganda, Congo, South Sudan. See, after the first game, South Africa played against Uganda that they drew 2-2. I turned to Uganda. I thought that, South Africa might be finished in this group. But I won't lie to you, they went to South Sudan to beat Sudan. They beat Congo. They drew, they just stood those results. And I watched the game against Rwanda, against Uganda away from home, and also against Congo, against South Sudan away from home. Those are my short performances. This is what I want from the Eagles. I want Nigeria to go away from home and go and take, dominate. South Africa went to Uganda. The way they handled Uganda that day, I was so surprised that they could do all these things. To tell me that it's a team that is growing under Hugo Bruce, the team that's actually maturing day by day. I think that this team came third in the last AFCON, and the natural normal thing is for this team to play in the final of the next AFCON, and you won't bet against this team from winning the AFCON. For me, when we started the prediction for the next year's AFCON, they're going to be one of the teams that I'm going to tip to look for a way to get to semifinals